The Cycle of the Six Moons, The Starriest Summer by Adele Young. Chapter 1, The Machine. My brother is going to pay with his car keys. At least then I can buy myself something to eat other than mayonnaise. Stealing them shouldn't be any more difficult than opening a treasure chest in Zelda. I equip myself with a life-sized metal Keyblade, ready for battle if Aaron charges at me with his battery-operated lightsaber. In a skimpy cami and short shorts, I'm prepared if we have to take our showdown out into the 100-degree weather. It's only 11 in the morning, so if it comes to that, my screaming will wake up the neighborhood and they'll all know that our parents' absence has driven us insane. Wielding the Keyblade just like Sora, I trample over my zoo of stuffed animals, careful not to slip on the cascade of video game cases and manga. Just before I sneak into the hall, I snatch up a red headband from atop a cute notebook with English greetings. I run my fingers through my hair, which is short enough that I don't need a comb, but really because I won't even find one in this mess. Just glancing around my room, you almost can't tell that every electronic device is missing. Luckily, my brother missed my cell phone and Nintendo DS, which were in my backpack when he decided to pillage the house of all electronics. I was happy for no more than a day when I realized I could still call my friends, whose families are rich enough to go on annual summer trips. My friends were telling me how much fun they were having on the beach in Hawaii, the villages in Mexico, the boutiques in Paris, when in time, my phone died. Now it's as sad as my DS. Both of them missed their life support to the wall outlets. They're miserable. The rest of the house is almost as technology deprived as my room. The only things that remain are the built-in light fixtures and heavy kitchen appliances. Oh yeah, and Aaron's car. He moved it onto the driveway to make room for his mad scientist experiment in the garage. I'm pretty sure my parents always had an inkling that he was a genius, but it's too bad they couldn't see the evil tacked onto the genius because now they're laughing their way down Tahitian docks.
Now that Aaron's home from college, your dad and I are going off on a trip.
Yeah, because they're too cheap to take their kids with them. If only my phone had a camera, I would have captured evidence of my brother hauling the electronics into the garage. Then I would have proof that Geek College turned my brother into a schizoid. The AC has just turned off and I can't even hear Aaron hammering away in the garage. Maybe he's on to my ambush. Several more quiet moments pass and I decide that it's safe. I tiptoe across the carpeted hall, down the stairs, and around the railing into the kitchen, swinging the Keyblade in case Aaron pounces. Across the way, on the door leading to the garage, I see Aaron's handwritten note, bold in red Sharpie.
Don't bother me, I'm working, okay? Love you, Michelle.
I roll my eyes, then scan the kitchen. I lean my Keyblade against the doorway because the dangling chain might knock something over. On a small window-side table, stacked one on top of another, are opened books, and I peek inside and catch a glimpse of equations and insane diagrams that might as well be a guide on creating wormholes. I carefully lift the top book. If I lose his page, Aaron might wind up a monsoon. The book is smashing an empty box of Pocky, but I won't dare empty the crumbs into my mouth because the taste will just make me hungrier. There's also a crumpled bag that used to hold spicy nacho Doritos. Lifting it makes me jump because the crinkling is so noisy. Holding my breath, I look at the door leading to the garage. A few seconds pass and he still hasn't stormed through to try a new Power Rangers move on me. I'm safe for now. And I've hit jackpot! Both his keys and Spock wallet are right beneath the Doritos bag. I snatched them up and replaced everything as they were before, even angling the textbook. I grin at the Lego Darth Vader keychain dangling from my fingertips. You and I are gonna be buddies, Mr. Skywalker. Even though I feel as triumphant as I do after a boss battle, I'm still on a mission to stalk the kitchen, so I can't jump in victory just yet. With a delicate hand, I open the fridge door as if it leads into the final dungeon. An empty carton of eggs, wilted lettuce, enough condiments to stock a sandwich shop, but it's too bad we don't have any actual ingredients for a whole sandwich. My stomach feels like the center of an earthquake as I think about the sandwich I ate for dinner last night. In the freezer, there are ice cube trays and a bag of freezer-burnt chicken dated 3 years ago. The cabinets store vitamins, other pills, and Aaron's special stash of expired instant ramen from college. The bowls and plates are piled in the sink. I refuse to clean them because Aaron won't admit to making the mess. Empty blue balls bottles sit on the counter. So he's high on caffeine, but at least he hasn't been drinking alcohol. I make a mental note to buy the entire supermarket when I realize that I'm actually going to borrow his car. Did I mention I'm only 15 and I've never put keys into an ignition? I even fail at driving the kiddie cars at Disneyland. Even if Aaron is being weird, especially because we desperately need food, maybe if I ask nicely, he'll drive me to Safeway himself. I slide across the floor to the garage door and put my ear close. Why is it so quiet on the other side? I have to dare myself to even touch the door, and a soft rap with my knuckles makes me wince. Finally, I knock louder. Aaron? I know you said not to bother you, but I'm really hungry, and I was wondering if you could take me grocery shopping. No answer. I knock louder, but still nothing. Is he even in there? I reach for the doorknob. Ow! The doorknob just zapped me. I want to smack it for hurting me, but that'll hurt me even more. What's he trying to hide from me anyway? It's not as if moving the electronics was much of a secret. Fine! I'm stealing your car! I half hope that announcing this, he'll open the door, but even this threat does nothing. I'm actually doing this. I'm actually holding his car keys and his wallet, and I'm actually slipping on my sandals to go outside and break into his car. I'm actually going to finally get food! Just as I reach for the front door, my brother screams. No! What, is he doing his Darth Vader impression from the end of Revenge of the Sith? I guess he didn't name his car Padme for nothing. I hear him shove some things aside in the garage, groaning. I don't remember any Idacia from Star Wars or Star Trek, so I have no idea what he's talking about. He storms through the kitchen door and I scurry to the living room, tossing his wallet and keys on the couch and hoping he won't notice. I knock over my Keyblade as I start back up the stairs when he comes around the corner.
Michelle?
Oh, hello. I don't know what else to say. Did he hear me say I was going to steal the car? I'm somewhat safe at least. He isn't carrying his lightsaber. He really needs a shower though. His black hair is plastered to his face. In fact, it's been a while since I've even seen his forehead properly. He usually wears a red dealer's visor.
Michelle!
He reaches toward me with both hands, like the Frankenstein monster. Uh-oh. No, I really know he's gone mad.
Michelle.
This time, he leaps at me, but he gives me a hug. The only time he hugs me is if I make him ramen, so what does he want this time? Yo, what's up?
I've missed you.
It's not my problem you locked yourself in the garage.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
He pulls away just far enough so he can squash my cheeks and give me fish lips. I'm sure I look ridiculous, but he's looking at me the same way he stares at his life-sized Yoda statue. Then he releases my face and ruffles my hair.
I have to show you.
You're actually gonna reveal your psycho science project? What's more important, food or exposing my brother's crazy obsession?
It's not. It's a video game.
You mean you took everything just to make a video game?
No, I was trying. It's a virtual reality game.
Really? So instead of jamming buttons, I can actually swing around a sword?
Well, no. I mean, yes. Well, it depends.
He tugs on my hand and drags me toward the garage.
Each game is unique. If you want to fight, that's up to you. If you want to live a peaceful life, that's okay too.
Instead of stepping into the garage, I step into a mad scientist's lab. Aaron eases me in, and for a second I'm blind. When my eyes focus, I notice that light reflects off 3 dusty old mirrors. All of the lamps from the house encircle an old, dusty orange recliner, making it look like something otherworldly. The chair sits under a halo of appliances. They hang from their cords, which are attached to a matrix on the ceiling, and every now and then the grid seems to spark. The PS2 is attached to the microwave, and coiled around the microwave turntable are the wires of my cell phone and DS charger. They seem to be shooting sparks across the way to my mom's sewing machine, which is whirring away next to a buzzing generator. Something in the room is popping, but I can't tell what.
Holy crap! What if the CIA found out what you're doing with all this junk?
You can't tell them!
As if I could. He pulls me around the overturned television and pushes me into the recliner. A puff of dust surrounds me and I swat it away with one hand and shield my eyes with the other. The bright mirrors sit directly in front of me.
Dude, is this game even safe? What if it taps into my brain or something and tries
It's
to—
as safe as anything else! I tried it out myself. Guess I only lasted 20 minutes though. I'm sure you'll last longer. Maybe you'll even figure it out.
Figure what out?
The game.
Yeah, sounds fun, but do I have to play it now? I'm hungry.
I'm sure someone will feed you.
I want you to feed me, Aaron. He pulls the chair into a reclining position and pushes me back into it. I hold my breath, trying not to inhale the dust. He hands me a cloth sack full of what I assume are metal pellets.
Here, lie back and put that over your eyes.
It's connected to a radio that he's tweaking. With the turn of a dial, the lights glow so bright that I can barely see anything but the halo of appliances above me. I guess it's better that I put the sack over my eyes now. It blocks out everything.
When I'm done with this, you're taking me to Ben & Jerry's, okay?
Sure, whatever you say. Just set things right.
Set what right?
I hope I'm doing the right thing. No time. Gotta do it now. Can't regret this.
Aaron?
I love you, Michelle.
I don't know if I should panic right about now. I guess the next thing he does is check the time on his Chewbacca watch because he says,
Departing at 11:58 a.m.
There's a strange feeling in my chest, as if my insides are emitting as much light as the lamps. And then, nothing.